In other people's eyes, they were elegant, refined ladies. But in the boys' eyes, they were a group of terrifying witches. The witch leader stepped onto the stage and ordered everyone to remove their disguises. Everyone immediately obeyed. They took off their gloves. Each of them had only 3 fingers. They took off their shoes. Their toes looked even more bizarre. Then everyone removed their wigs, and shockingly, they were all completely bald. Seeing this, the little boy hiding under the stage was so frightened that he couldn't say a word. The reason these witches gathered here was to plot the elimination of all children in the world. One witch immediately raised a question, saying the plan was impossible. The witch leader became furious. With just one look, she blasted that witch into nothing. Not even scraps were left behind. The room instantly fell silent. To ease the tension, the witch leader took out a small blue bottle. She claimed it was a potion that could turn people into mice. She said that as long as everyone present opened a candy shop and dropped the potion into the candy, all children would eventually disappear. Hearing the leader's great plan, everyone began clapping wildly with their 3 fingers. But at that moment, the witch leader seemed to sense something. It turned out she had smelled a child. She immediately flipped over the stage, but saw nothing, because the clever boy had already hidden inside the ventilation duct. Just as the witch leader was closing in, a knock at the door interrupted her. A chubby boy walked in. All the witches instantly returned to their normal appearances. Under the witch's temptation, the chubby boy ate a piece of chocolate mixed with the potion. He began to convulse violently. Purple smoke started pouring out of his body. The next second, he flew straight into the air. When he landed, only his clothes were left behind, because the chubby boy had turned into a chubby mouse. The witch leader immediately gave the order. All the witches began stomping like crazy. The little mouse could only struggle to escape beneath their feet. At that moment, a white mouse rushed out and led him into the ventilation duct. It turned out the white mouse had also been harmed by the witches. But just then, the witches dragged the boy out of the ventilation duct. They ordered their followers to pin him down firmly. Then the witch leader took out the potion and poured it directly into the boy's ear. With a twisted expression, she poured 3 drops into his ear in a row. In an instant, the boy began convulsing violently. Unfortunately, he also failed to escape his fate and turned into a mouse. The 2 mice hiding in the ventilation duct looked at him with sympathy, but they had no time to think, because the boy had already been pressed to the ground, and the witches were about to beat him to death with a hammer. The white mouse stepped forward once again, biting the witch's finger hard.
So you're a mouse too?
Now I've got you!
The 3 mice ran desperately and finally escaped through another duct. The witch was caught by the fan and cried out in pain.